Chinese, South Africans, and Taiwanese people, not all of them, but some of them, are exploiting the people of Lesotho. Yeah, they are exploiting the people of Lesotho by trading with the US through Lesotho. And I'm going to explain how are they doing this. But before explaining, may you kindly subscribe so that we continue. Most of us will remember that back in 2000, the US started what we call AGOA, African Growth and Opportunity Act, whereby it led developing African economies to export their goods to the US without duty. And back in 2000, very few Africans could exploit that opportunity, that economic opportunity. So the Chinese, the Taiwanese, and some South Africans, of course, even when I'm referring to the Chinese and Taiwanese, I'm referring to some of them, not all of them. That's where they came in when they saw that very few people could exploit that economic opportunity. They went to Lesotho and used Lesotho as a pawn to avoid paying duty in the US, because if they win, they would have produced things in their own respective countries and shipped them from there to the US. Those goods would have had to pay duty, but to avoid that duty, they opened factories in Lesotho. Okay, it's fine, we don't complain, but as if that was not enough, they started exploiting the people of Lesotho by giving them unfair wages. When I'm referring to unfair wages, I'm not necessarily referring to the national minimum wage in Lesotho, but what I'm saying is that the money that these people would have had to pay their own people back in their own countries is more than what they are giving the people of Lesotho. Okay, it's fine that you saw an economic opportunity in Lesotho. Why at least give the people what they deserve? Because what you're giving the people now in Lesotho is close to nothing. And you can't start using your argument basing yourself with the minimum wage in Lesotho. That does not make sense, because obviously these people are eating with you guys. You influence them to draw policies according to the way you want, so that you can exploit. Together, you and the politicians can continue exploiting the people of Lesotho. You can continue taking more and giving the people very less. Your countries are becoming richer and Lesotho is becoming poorer, because what you are giving to the people of Lesotho, a typical person can hardly even finish the whole month affording expenses. So I think it's time we all make noise to raise awareness about this. This has to stop. The Chinese, not just the Chinese, but some Chinese, some Taiwanese, and some African people who are trading in Lesotho. I'm not referring to anyone here. I'm referring to those specifically who are trading in Lesotho and other parts of Africa where they are exploiting the labor force. It's time we raise awareness. We talk about this. We say this has to stop. You are going to give people what they deserve. You are not going to exploit the labor force of the African people. Thank you. If this message resonates with you and you think it can bring a change in Africa, can bring a change in Lesotho, please subscribe, share, comment, and like. Ta-da. Thank you.